Hey y'all, this is a surprise wine and reason. I don't know if anyone is even out there ready for this, and it's okay if you're not. We've had a lot of technical difficulties here in the library lately. Right now, I'm having a physiological difficulty, and that my back really fucking hurts. So, we're gonna keep this short and sweet, all right? But I really hope that somebody sees this, comes in. So this is the Black Lives Matter edition, and the reason that I wanted to talk tonight, even risking shitty internet connection, bad computer, all of that stuff, is because Junk Shop and I we're supporters of the Black Lives Matters movement. We are absolutely supporters of the protests happening right now. And if you don't know how to get in touch, the Black Lives Matter chapter in your city or area, all you got to do is Google it or go on Facebook. They are there. We have a whole chapter here in Memphis. They are amazing human beings. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you. Okay. The reason I'm not protesting in the streets with other people, I felt really fucking guilty about this. I'm furloughed right now. I have nothing else, literally nothing else to do with my time but be out there with my brothers and sisters protesting police brutality and the murder of people of color in our streets. Hey, Godless Sewing. Thank you for showing up. That's really cool. The reason I have not been out there is largely mental health slash physiologically based. Dave from Critical Cripple Dave asked me recently in a private chat what some of the side effects were if I had to go off my medication because hey, Mama Atheist, good to see you, darling. Thank you, Manda, for coming in. So Dave recently asked me like, what would happen if you got arrested and you couldn't have your meds? And so I tried to explain. I explained a little bit, but I didn't really cover it. So I want to explain why I'm not out there marching with everyone else. Now, having said that, I do want to put in the caveat that Junk Shop and I have donated. We've donated hand sanitizer and snacks and cases of water and Gatorade for people who are out there marching here in our city in Memphis, Tennessee. And Black Lives Matter, the Memphis, Tennessee chapter is freaking amazing. They have a Facebook page. Check it out if you want. If you don't have one in your city, there is one in a major metropolitan area near you. So please go check that shit out, see what they need, and get them what they need. It's not hard. We did that very safely the other day. But so one of the reasons why I'm not out in the streets, or the main reason, honestly, that I'm not out in the street protesting myself is so I've been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and bipolar disorder. The medicine that I take for both of those things is a mood stabilizer. This mood stabilizer comes in the form of an anti seizure medication that has a side effect of stabilizing moods. So this is a hey math pig, good to see you, brother. So this is what they call an off-brand prescription, but it's very common. It's extremely common for people with mood disorders to be prescribed anticonvulsant medications. Yeah, mommy atheist, you are magic. You know it. So the anyway, so sorry, I got distracted by that comment. Okay, so yeah, so mood disorders are often treated with anti um, seizure medication. Okay, now I'm not luckily not epileptic, and but one of the side effects, if you are epileptic, you know this. Oh, hunchback. Um, Math pig, thank you. Yeah, so one of the side effects of a lot of anti-seizure medications, including lithium, including many that aren't lithium, that aren't a heavy salt element on the periodic table of elements. And Vanda can speak more to that than I can because I barely passed high school chemistry, and she is into astrophysics and actually understands it. So it's really hot. Sorry, intelligence is a turn on. Not hitting on Amanda, saying smart. Very very happy to know you. Okay, so yeah, one of the things that this medication does is I'm supposed to stay out of direct sunlight. I'm supposed to always wear sunglasses if I'm outside, which is a little tricky over my very large actual glasses. I am I can very easily overheat and I can very easily dehydrate. So even though I'm drinking wine right now, I will be drinking 2 glasses of water for every alcoholic beverage I imbibe. And that's because this stuff dehydrates you. Now, I'm not just trying not to be hungover. I'm trying to counteract the fact that I take a medicine and that I have to take daily that makes it very difficult for me to stay hydrated. So, okay, back to other things that Manda will absolutely get. Where I am in the South, when we went to drop off, oh, thank you. When we went to drop off supplies for the protesters at First Congo Church in Midtown in Memphis. And by the way, if you live in Memphis and you know Midtown, you know how freaking awesome it is. So shout out. But there you go. It's where our gay community is really kind of focused. I mean, obviously, not every gay person in Memphis lives in Midtown, but that's where our Pride Parade happens. It's where Cooper and Young happens every year, which is a really cool festival. It's a great place for the arts, and restaurateurs and all kinds of really amazing folks, creative people here in my city. So Midtown is great, and frankly, if we could afford to, we'd live there. But those people have just like driven the price ranges up because it's a very desirable place to live, and I get it. I'd love to live there. Okay, I got distracted. Where was I? Oh, right. So I take this medication that where I'm not supposed to be in extreme heat ever. I'm not even supposed to be in direct sunlight ever. And Jung Shop and I go to drop off supplies for those who are marching, for those who are literally like on the front lines of this movement. And we had to walk from a parking place across a street and around the back of a church. So maybe a third of a city block, like nothing. Like this was not a big walk, but it was 95 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it was incredibly humid, and we were both wearing masks and sweating like, I mean, I was sweating like a bovine farm animal. It was rough. And we dropped our stuff off and immediately like walked back to our car. I mean, the whole process took less than 10 minutes. And by the time we got back into the car and I got the air conditioning running, I felt fucked up. I was feeling tired, fatigued. I was grateful that I was still sweating because one of the signs of sunstroke, or being overheated is that you stop sweating because you just don't have that much moisture, and that is the human cooling system, right? So yeah, that moment when you're grateful you're still sweating, right? So this is why I'm not out marching with everybody else, but I still feel immensely guilty for not being out there and not facing the same danger. Um yeah, so that's about it. That's kind of all I got. This is just sort of an explanation slash mea culpa for why I'm not physically out protesting with everyone else. But I also want to kind of throw it out there that if you can't be in big crowds, hey, Brain Bug, hey, Amiga Nuts, or and I get that. Or if you can't, for health reasons, be they mental health, physical health, drugs you have to take in order to function in regular life, and what have you. Whatever those reasons are, if you can't be out there pounding the pavement with everybody else, there's lots of ways to support people. You can donate to a bailout fund. Okay, almost every state in the U.S. and yeah, I mean this movement has now gone worldwide. So Vagrant Sam did a great video last week of the march in Brisbane, Australia. Check it out if you haven't. It's freaking amazing. So this is everywhere now. And Math Pig, I know people are marching in the UK. So yeah, so just find out if you can't physically join in. But and I know that times are tough for a lot of people, but if you can give money or if you can donate supplies for protesters, that is just as amazing. And it is really useful. So do that. It's kind of literally the least we can do. Um, so yeah. So so Amiganet says, full disclosure, I'm a shill for Mama Atheist. Astrophysicist kicking butt, crunching climate data. Nice. Oh, astrophysicist. Oh my god, I can't read. All right. Yeah, wine. It affects me. Hey, this is live. I can't edit that out. Okay. You guys want proof that we are not intelligently designed? The hole where our food and liquid goes is right there, separated by a small flap of muscle, the epiglottis, from the hole we breathe through. And the reason I coughed just now is because we can't breathe wine. All right. All right. So I'm going to see what's going on in the chat for a second. Hey, Ricardo. Oh, dude, thank you. It's good to see you. Wow, I really hadn't planned on saying much more than sort of like explaining why I'm not out there marching more. But now people are here and I feel like I should do something. I fucked up my back tonight. Apparently I fucked up my back just by being in the kitchen. I don't know. Everything was fine, and now like if I move my elbow any higher than this or twist my torso at all, it hurts a lot. So yeah, welcome to your 40s, I guess. Is the answer to that. Yeah. Okay, so is there anything y'all want me to talk about or want to know that I haven't covered already? I will add that Dave asked me, like what happens if you don't take your meds? Well, what happens? And it was a fair question. Like, and it was off air. He wasn't putting me on the spot or anything. You guys know Critical Cripple Dave is awesome. He's a wonderful person, and I love him to bits. But yeah, so he asked, what happens if you can't take your meds? Well, what happens is I get manic or depressive or in a mixed state, which is where you're depressed but have just enough energy to do bad things, be harmful to yourself or to others. Mania for me can come forth as just being like, why is everyone going so slowly? What is wrong with you? To being incredibly angry at everyone and everything, which is not good and not healthy. Also, I become incredibly impulsive, and I lack my usual ability to use my rational mind and say, okay, is this really something I need to be doing? Or am I just being do I just have an impulsive idea? I mean, in college, before I was diagnosed, I once jumped in a friend's car because they were like, "Hey, we're going to New Orleans." It was like 5 p.m. And I was like, "Okay, never been. Let's do it." And I jump in there. And honestly, if you're going to do something like that, college is the best time, right? But I had classes the next morning and I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, "All right, let's go to New Orleans. I'll underage drink a beer. It'll be amazing." And we went down to New Orleans to fetch a friend's girlfriend and bring her back to Memphis. And then, yeah, did I make any of my classes the next day? No, I did not, because I was busy sleeping from being up all night and stuff. So that's the kind of thing. And that's the story I'm willing to tell you. Imagine the ones I'm not. Hmm. All right. Um. Well, I'm glad you can see me. Thank you. Okay. I really, that's all I had, guys. I just wanted to I love you too, Mom Atheist. Love everybody in the chat. I just wanted to, I don't know. It's probably from my Catholic upbringing, but I felt the need to say why I'm not marching. I do have good reasons, but I still feel shitty about it. And if we are still marching in the fall and winter, I will be there. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. So remember, you can't find truth in wine, but you might find it in reason. Good night and love from Memphis, y'all.